Imagine waking up next to someone you trust more than anyone, only to find out they're secretly plotting to destroy your life. That was me. My wife smiled in my face, while secretly planning to gut me financially and disappear. But what she didn't know, I was one step ahead. If you've ever felt blindsided by someone you loved, or dreamed of serving cold, calculated revenge, hit that like button, subscribe, and buckle in. This story will leave you stunned, and incredibly satisfied. For 6 years, I thought I had the love story most people envy. Let's call her M. She wasn't just my wife, she was my best friend. We had our routines, our inside jokes, nights spent laughing, dreaming, just existing perfectly in sync. I used to think we were solid, bulletproof. But looking back, I missed the signs. All of them. It started small. Her phone, which used to lie around like a forgotten TV remote, was suddenly glued to her hand, even for a quick trip to the kitchen. Then came the password. Not just a lock, a new passcode she wouldn't share. When I joked, starting a secret life, she just smirked and said work was getting strict about digital security. I wanted to believe her. I needed to believe her. But then came the whispers. The hushed phone calls taken on the porch. The increasingly cold conversations. When I brought up our anniversary plans, she brushed it off with a distant, "Yeah, we'll see." One day she told me she was grabbing coffee with a friend. Normal, right? Except I happened to be in the area, thought I'd surprise her. Cute, right? Until I saw her outside that cafe pacing, phone to her ear, saying words I'll never forget, "It's almost ready. We'll start fresh soon." She wasn't meeting anyone. That was the first knife to the heart. The second came when she suddenly became obsessed with our finances, asking about bank logins, passwords, where we kept important documents. I asked her why. Just in case of an emergency, she said with a shrug and a smile that felt off. My instincts kicked in. I called a friend of mine, an old college buddy who also happened to be a lawyer. I laid it out, the secrecy, the financial questions, the emergency excuse. His answer chilled me. If you think something's coming, protect yourself. Now. So I did. I started small. Moved my assets. Transferred ownership of our house, investments, savings, everything, legally and quietly, to a trust in my mother's name. I left enough in our joint account to keep things looking normal. But behind the scenes, I fortified the walls. 2 weeks later, Em sat me down on the couch with the coldest expression I'd ever seen and said it, "I think we should get a divorce." Her voice was flat, rehearsed, like she'd practiced it in a mirror. She talked about losing herself, needing space, and that she deserved more. But the real gut punch was, a friend of mine has helped me see things more clearly. Friend. Right. Monday morning, the divorce papers hit. She wanted everything. Half the house. My car. My assets. Spousal support, even though she earned a healthy salary. The works. But she didn't know I had already moved everything. I had built a legal fortress while she was busy building her exit strategy. Still, I needed to know who this friend was. I started snooping through social media. One name popped up again and again. Jake. He wasn't explicit, but the clues were there. He liked every post. Commented vaguely supportive things like "You got this" or "Fresh starts are powerful." Then I found it, a photo of him at the same cafe, on the same day I overheard him say, "It's almost ready." Then came the smoking gun. Her mutual friend, Emily, finally cracked. She confirmed it. Jake wasn't just a friend. He was deeply involved, coaching her on the divorce, probably helping her write those outrageous demands. And that was when I decided, enough. Our mediation was brutal. Her lawyer swaggered in, binder in hand, acting like they had already won. He read her demands like a grocery list. Half of this. All of that. Support. The car. My spine. But then it was my lawyer's turn. He calmly slid across a thick folder of documents and said, "Before we proceed, you may want to review these." The air shifted. Her lawyer's eyes darted across the papers. His expression dropped. "What is this?" My lawyer replied evenly, "Legally executed transfers. All assets moved into an irrevocable trust under my client's mother's name. Weeks before your client filed." The silence was golden. Her lawyer looked at her, stunned. You didn't tell me this. She snatched the papers, scanning furiously, her hands trembling. You planned this, she spat. I didn't respond. She stared at me like I'd stabbed her. Her lawyer deflated. He mumbled something about re-evaluating strategy. But it was over. Game, set, match. As we left, she cornered me in the hallway. Her voice low and venomous. This isn't over. You're going to regret this. I looked her straight in the eyes and said, the only thing I regret is ever trusting you. After that mediation, she spiraled. Fast. At first, the calls were tearful. We can fix this. Then they turned angry. You ruined everything. Then back to begging. Please, just talk to me. But I was done. Done being manipulated. Done being a pawn. Then the final twist came courtesy of a mutual friend named Matt. He showed me texts, screenshots from Jake and Em, planning it all. Step by step. Once the settlement's done, we'll have everything we need, she had written. Make him feel guilty, Jake said. He owes you. But I owed her nothing. And thanks to those texts, neither did anyone else. Her web of lies unraveled. Friends stopped talking to her. Her family grew distant. Even Jake ghosted her the moment the plan backfired. She was alone. And I had everything I needed. The house. The savings. But most importantly, peace. Betrayal cuts deep. But there's something stronger than heartbreak, clarity. She plotted to take everything. But all she got was exposed. The truth always finds a way out. If this story hit home, smash that like button, and tell me in the comments, what's the most satisfying revenge you've ever witnessed? And don't forget to subscribe for more jaw-dropping stories that prove one thing: karma doesn't need a deadline.